Hi guys, Melissa here with Keeping It Keto Lazy Style. So as y'all know, it's football season and it can be a really tough time for us trying to keep it low carb. So one of my favorite party dishes is my spinach artichoke dip. I could eat that literally every day. So I always normally eat it with corn chips. But I'm going to try to incorporate two recipes into one and make spinach artichoke dip cups. So I've never done this before, so we're going to learn together. So let's start off by making the spinach artichoke dip. So first thing that I do is I preheat the oven to 350 degrees. And I use a 10-inch cast iron pan. So I'm gonna put a little bit of olive oil in here and I'm going to stick it in the oven and let it come up to temperature with the oven. So in a medium-sized bowl, I have 8 ounces of softened cream cheese. To this, I'm going to add artichoke hearts. Now I bought, what is this, a 14-ounce can of whole artichoke hearts. I take scissors and I just chop them up to little size pieces like this and then just dump it in. As you stir, it will break up more. Then I have 10 ounces of frozen spinach that I heated in the microwave and then got all the extra water out. 1/3 cup of sour cream, 2/3 cup of mayonnaise, and a bag of shredded Parmesan cheese, which this is 1.5 cups. Okay, I'm gonna give this a stir. Oh, it can be hard sometimes, but I am doing it, working my muscles, cooking and exercising. So I'm just gonna continue to stir this until it is all incorporated and then we will season. So here's our heated up cast iron pan. I'm just gonna make sure that the olive oil is everywhere and is coated because it is very seasoned, but I would just hate for this to stick. So I'm gonna get the dip and I'm gonna plop it in here. Listen to that sizzle. I hope you can hear it. But please be careful while doing this and not to hit the handle or the pan and burn yourself, because I have done that before as well. So let's get this in here and smooth it out. So put this in the oven, 350, for 30 to 40 minutes. Adjust the time according to your oven. I normally check it at 30 and I might let it go just a little bit more when it's got a nice brown color and is bubbly. So while this is baking, let's start on the cups. Okay, so I got the recipe from these little taco cups from Easy Keto Low Carb Recipes. I love that Facebook page. Casey is always putting out amazing recipes, and I made these the other night and I stuffed them with smoked chicken and cheese. They were amazing, so I know they're gonna be pretty good with this. But I have bad news. I only have a 1/2 cup of mozzarella and it calls for 1 1/3 cup. So I don't feel like going back to the store because we just got home from the store. So I'm gonna just kind of use whatever cheese I have. But definitely I recommend using the 1 1/3 cup of mozzarella. So in a medium bowl, I have 4.5 tablespoons of melted butter and 1 ounce of cream cheese. Now I just melted these together and I put them in the fridge to let them cool down. And to that, I'm going to add my cheese. So 1/2 cup of mozzarella, 1/2 cup of some cheddar, 1/3 cup of Parmesan. So let's hope this works out. Next, 4 eggs, 1/3 cup of coconut flour, 1/4 teaspoon of salt, 1/4 teaspoon of baking powder, and 1/2 teaspoon of garlic powder. But I'm just gonna shake a little bit more in. Now let's give this a stir. So I'm gonna make these mini because I want them to be bite-sized so we can kind of enjoy it a little bit more, or so it feels like. Now when I made these cups last time, I did use them in a regular muffin pan, so this is my first time making them mini. So I'm gonna spray these with some cooking spray and then start filling up the cups. So I just tried my first one and I think it worked out great. So I used a half a tablespoon measuring spoon, put it in there, use the bottom of the tablespoon, and I just kind of put it in there. That way you have a little indentation where your dip can go. And then you want the rest of it to go up, and you want to make sure you don't go all the way through. That way you don't lose your dip. So I'm gonna finish these up and I'll show you whenever we're done. There we have it. They came out pretty good. I'm just nervous because of the different cheese, but if anything, I'll just scoop it all together and eat it like that if it doesn't work out in a cup, but I think it will. So of course, if you're doing this for a party, you might want to wear gloves since you are putting your hands in it a lot, but for at home, just for Jared and I'm not worried about it. I just washed my hands. So I'm waiting for the spinach dip to get done. It has about 2 minutes, I think, and then I'm gonna take it out, crank up the oven to 400 degrees and get these in there. Now for the bigger size ones, it takes like 8 to 10 minutes. So I'm gonna start this off with 6 and just see how it goes, because it is gonna go back in the oven again once I put the dip in. So stay tuned. Melissa Kim here. I just took the spinach dip out. Y'all are going to lose it. It looks so good. Oh yeah. This is what you want to look for. Starts browning on the top, bubbly around the edges. Now I'm gonna let the cups cook and then we'll fill them. Okay, so it's been 8 minutes and they just came out of the oven. Let me show you what they are looking like. Okay, so I'm just going to kind of push it back down since they did puff up really nicely. That way we have room for our dip. Now I did let it cool down just for a few minutes. That way it wasn't too hot to handle. So now that I have it all pushed down and I have the perfect little nest for my dip, I'm just gonna take a small spoon, scoop a little bit of my dip, and I'm just gonna put it in here. All done. I'm gonna put this back in the oven for another 5 minutes just to kind of let it cook together, and then we get to eat. All right, so I just cooked them for another 5 minutes, and now I'm going to attempt to take it out. Wow. Look how easy that just popped out. So I'm gonna let them set over here for maybe around 5 minutes just to cool down enough to handle them better. And then I'm going to do my next batch, and then finally we try them. Moment of truth. I have my official taste tester here with me, Jared, aka Frack Daddy Barbecue.
This will be my first time trying them like this.
Yeah, I've never made this before. I've done the different kind of chips you could do, keto chips, but man, I just want y'all to just see that. I want to torture him too. So,
hurry up.
He's gonna be the first person to officially ever try these. And I'm gonna be close second.
So I was outside cooking. What is this that you got?
So this is the same shell taco cup that I made the other day with the chicken.
Oh,
remember?
That was really good.
Yeah, I made it mini and then stuffed it with the artichoke dip.
Let me give this a shot. Cheers, babe.
I'm gonna watch you on the camera.
Oh my god.
Is it really good?
That's even 100 times better than the chicken she did. That is so good. That is a hit.
What did I just create? Just jokingly creating. These are so perfect for football parties.
You know, I'll be honest, her and I, we used to get like one of them big Hawaiian bread bowls, and we would make this dip before we did keto, and we would eat the whole thing, just her and I.
Oh yeah, easy.
But you know what? This is almost a guilty pleasure.
Yeah,
With
without the guilt.
exactly.
I mean, it has just some right amount of dip. Everything in here is keto friendly, of course in moderation, because all the cheese and the cream cheese and sour cream, mayonnaise will add up in carbs if you eat the whole pan. But in these little bite-sized cups, you can probably eat a good amount of them. It made 2 dozen, so 24 cups. And I am just in love.
On a side note, I have to say, the spinach dip kind of cancels out that coconut flavor. You don't get that coconut flavor. You would think that this might be like a cornbread or like a mini corn muffin.
It almost has a cornbread texture,
It really
honestly.
does. It is so good.
So glad I
Great
made
job.
this. Thank you. High five for the hit.
And I'll take another one
I know, they're
for
addicting.
the road. Bye.
Bye. So with the rest of this dip, you can stuff it in chicken, you can stuff it in pork. But maybe make more of these because they are so good. I'm not even kidding you.
I'm back. Maybe she needs to make the king size ones. That
Yeah.
would be good.
True. So I thank y'all so much for watching, sticking it out for this little test. Make these. I don't care if it's a football party. I don't care if it's Sunday. I don't care if it's just for a snack. These are amazing. And I'm not just saying that because I just made it. Like, they're legit so good. So I will put the written recipe in the description box below. Please like, subscribe to my channel, and share with your friends because sharing is caring when it's something this good. See y'all next time. Bye.